All right, this is Tom Munguia from Hold On, I'm Almost There. We're here with Carlos Aguilar of Guppy Productions. The Carlos Aguilar, you hear us talking about him all the time. Carlos, how you doing?
I'm good, Tom. Thanks for having me on.
No, welcome to the show. Look, I haven't mentioned this before on the show. Carlos was just like me, a firefighter paramedic with the Houston Fire Department. Unlike me, he was smart, got out, got his own job started, got his own business going. He's doing well. I met him 20 years ago at a side job. We used to both work for the Baylor College of Medicine. We called it telemetry. Back then, that's 20 years ago. That's a long time, dude.
Wow.
Man, back then, I even had black hair still back then. That's how long ago that was. But, yeah, so it's been 20 years. Carlos, he started in his own garage. I remember when he started this whole thing. He was in his own garage printing shirts, getting his business going. Now we're here at his facility. He's doing well. So, Carlos, tell us a little bit more about Ugly Guppy. Tell us, what do you do?
Well, we started off actually wanted to make station shirts for the HFD stations.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember.
Me and a buddy of mine, David Chavez, were trying to design a shirt, and we decided to see what the process was if we could make our own samples rather than to farm them out. We thought it'd be pretty easy. We saw a couple of videos and this and that, and it turns out it's extremely difficult. But that got us into it. We started doing that. So I overlapped for about 5 years doing the fire department telemetry and this, figuring it out. And we worked in the garage for a good 10 years. As a matter of fact, we printed your shirts.
That's right, yeah.
In the garage,
Unsungware,
yeah. Yeah, until I got the opportunity to get me an automatic press, much bigger, much everything, but you know, there's only so much space you have in the house. So
yeah.
Space made us get this move out here, and you know, we do screen printing and embroidery is our primary business. We also do banners, promotional products, a couple other things, but our bread and butter is screen printing and embroidery.
Right, yeah. That's cool. Do you still do the ornaments? I remember you used to have some ornaments and like little on the plaques and stuff.
Well, that's another one we do. It's called sublimation. We've actually made you guys coffee mugs.
Yeah.
That process, and it's the same thing. So I kind of mostly just do that for friends and family. It's a little bit tedious, and to mass produce it, I don't really have the equipment to mass produce it. So it's more like the stuff for us.
So I don't know you extra for that.
No.
Okay, good. All right.
No.
So look, you're doing the MS-150. What got you motivated? What said, hey, man, I want to do this?
Well, about 4 years ago or so, I discovered social rides. I don't know if you guys heard of them. They're blowing up like crazy downtown. They're just, they run out of bars, and you ride 10 miles or so to a bar, you hang out for a couple hours, and you ride back. So the biggest one that I know of is called Liquor and Woods, which is the team that I'm joined with, Liquor and Woods Bike Club. Now, they haven't ridden in about a year because of the pandemic. There's still rides going on, but these guys are pretty socially responsible, and they don't want to, you know, encourage group gatherings right now. Because it's big. We get like 300 people every Thursday night. You know, run out of our it's a lot of people, and it's a lot of fun. Well, they had a team, and my girlfriend at the time, Bertha, she did it with them. So I thought I'd jump on and try to do it with them too. But she had been training, and then when I jumped on, it was about the end of January, the beginning of February. Well, it's in March. So it gave me like a month. I'd never really ridden. I mean, I'd ridden as a kid.
Right.
And doing that, I went to do another ride called the Tour de Cure. It's a diabetes ride. So at that point, I had bought a bike on Facebook. It was like a $200 bike. Well, it's a single speed, and at that, I didn't realize the difference. It basically doesn't have gears.
Right.
Yeah. So I went to do this Tour de Cure, no training. It ended up being 72 miles, and it was out of Byron College Station, which is very hilly. And man, by the time I was to the first 10 miles, I was spent. And I was in cargo shorts, t-shirt, backpack. Everybody else was geared up. Right. I even had this guy come up to me and shake my hand. He was like, I really respect you, sir, because of the bike I was on, because it's so much harder on the single speed, you know?
Right.
So I finished it, though. You know, I finished it. It was pretty grueling.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that was no training and on a single speed, and it was just, it was crazy. So over the years, I've refined. I've ridden a lot more and this and that. I really let it go for a while. So I'm having to start over back almost from zero. But at least now I have a better bike, and I have, you know, the equipment to do it.
Cool.
So it was the social rides and the girl that got me to get interested in it.
That's awesome. So and basically that's what got you going for this race too.
they were all signed up last year. I was broke up with the girl. Now I'm back with the. They were signed up last year.
Okay, that'll be another episode when we get into that.
Anyway, everybody was signed up last year. I didn't sign up last year, but it got canceled due to the COVID.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But there's some changes in the ride. It used to be a 2-day ride, now it's a 1-day ride. And it used to go to Austin, and now it's going to College Station. It's going to end in College Station. So we're starting. There's different routes with different lengths. So we're going to do the 100-plus mile one. So this one starts out at Katy and ends up in College Station, and it just routes through the different neighborhoods. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous.
Awesome.
I haven't been able to train the way I'd like to. The weather. And
so what are you
life.
doing? How's the prep going? What exactly are you doing?
You know,
I know you run. I know you bike.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing a lot. I'm running a lot, and I run on the treadmill because the weather's been bad, and the problem with bike training is that it takes several hours at a time.
Right,
you know, if you want to do any kind of distance, you know, I'd say a good average, and this is a little slow, but 10 miles per hour.
Right.
So you want to practice 30, 40, 50 miles. Well, that's five consecutive hours.
Right.
It gets dark at 6:30, you know, so it's making it tough. So
yeah, I didn't think about that.
Essentially, Saturday morning, Sunday mornings are your time, but you have to have not raining and, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's been a little, you know, I've got a couple weekends in, then a couple of training rides, but, you know, I haven't been able to really stack anything more than about 35, 40 miles, you know, so far, and it's coming up on me.
And you said, how long is this? A one-shot deal, though?
It's over 100 miles.
Oh, that's, man, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you better get to it, man.
Well, you know, the beauty of it is not a race, it's just a ride, and there are, you know, they have stops every 15 or 20 miles with water and fruit and pickle juice and bike aid and health aid and things like that. So, I mean, you pace yourself. You want to push it because you want to draw the most you can, but you don't want to, you know, overdo it and then get stuck. Now, they have what they call a SAG, so that's going to be if you can't go or if your bike fails, they pick you up in a van and either take you to the next stop or to the end. But I mean, it's like a Hall of Shame or something. You know what I mean? I'd have to be just unconscious or something, man. You know.
Now you mentioned that pickle juice. What do they drink that for?
That's for cramps. It's for cramps, and they have them. They have bottled pickle juice, or sometimes they have the big jar at these stops. And yeah, I've always liked the way that tastes anyway, so I drink them just like that. But they give you little small pickle juice, and they have bananas and potassium and things like that. You know, they've got a lot of stuff. It's a class outfit.
Cool.
It used to be the BP MS-150 from British Petroleum, but now it's just the Texas MS-150. So I don't know why or what happened. At some point, they lost that sponsorship, and I think it's kind of gotten a little smaller because of that.
Right.
So that may be the reason they went from 2 days to 1 day, and the reason they went to College Station instead of Austin.
Oh, okay. Now, I know you've mentioned to me in the past that you started trying the intermittent fasting in order to get prepared and, you know, get more in shape. How's that going?
Well, actually, it's going well. At the beginning was a little tough just because I'd gotten like mentally used to just not doing well. I'd eat a big dinner, then go back and make me some cookies in the oven or something every night. It started to be a habit, and I'd really eased off on the working out. So I just I blew up, man. I think I got to my heaviest weight, which is about 200 pounds. And then I talked to you. I was hearing your show, and then you recommended that, so I gave it a shot. And after about a week or week and a half, it wasn't training anymore, more as just kind of changing your lifestyle, your routine.
Right.
You don't really even think about it, you know. My girlfriend was real strict on it, so if I missed or something, she'd say, well, hey, 7 o'clock, you're SOL, man.
That's awesome.
She's going to have to wait till tomorrow. I said, hey, but my dinner, there was hardly nothing in there. I said, hey, man, I want to hear
That's why y'all broke up. Right?
That's why we got back.
Oh, okay. I got it mixed up.
She pushes me. Okay. So, but it's going well. I lost, 8 to 10 pounds in January.
That's great.
I ran a lot, but, you know, like I said, once we passed the first week, we're doing the 12 hours, or we start off with the 12 hours, but it's not really much. I mean, you eat your dinner before 7, and by the time you wake up, and, you know, I do some sit-ups and push-ups, and then by that time, it's already time to eat. So
you don't feel the need to go from 12 to 13?
Actually, I do that already. The only thing is I drink a shake before I leave work.
Right.
So that might be right at that 12 to 13 hour mark, you know. At this point, I'm pretty okay. I haven't bumped it yet.
Exactly.
But
because you're still getting your results you want.
I am. Plus, really the pounds that I lost is not the big deal. The clothes are loose on me, and I could just see I just had this king of the hill belly working, man. I mean, it was just bad. I couldn't breathe.
Right.
It was like almost like it was distended or something, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel just 1,000 times better. So
well, that's great. Yeah, because you know some people they don't need. I do 16, but not everybody needs to do. So you're cool with 12. Stay with 12 until you stop getting the results you want. Then you move up to 13. Then if you got to go to 4, you know, it's just that process. But you base it on the type of results you're getting, and as long as you're getting results, stick with what's working.
Well, exactly. And I mean, I feel better. Like I say, my clothes hanging out. I use a belt. I put on clothes. I went to a Halloween costume party during Halloween, and I was from Pulp Fiction, Vinny.
Okay.
Vega.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a suit that I had worn to my sports jacket that I wore to my daughter's graduation like 2 years ago or something. Man, it wouldn't even button.
Really?
And I was like, that's fast, you know, because actually last year during COVID, I went through like great shape early in the month. I was going to the gym every day, and I was there when they hung the sign that they were closing because they closed everything back. And then I let it go, especially towards the end of the year. So like I said, I couldn't breathe. I had to go to like thrift store and buy another jacket to wear because it wouldn't close. I mean, it just I felt not great. You know? So I feel real good now. The only hang up I have is I haven't been able to train on the bike as much as I'd like, and that's life and weather. Right, and stuff's keeping me from doing that.
But maybe, I mean, sure you don't want to. Maybe you need to train in the rain a little bit because what if it's raining that day?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So. But that's the only bad thing about the intermittent fasting is you start losing weight, then you got to go buy new clothes, and then you got to buy new clothes again. Or at least you can print your own shirts, man. Golly, well, cool, man. Do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to say to anybody out there?
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for all the help with the raising the funds. I've met the entry requirements, but like you said, we're gonna not even fool with that and just shoot right past that. The response has been really, really good. You know, I'd like to shout out to Liquor and Woods Bike Crew, you know, for having me, and they're a class outfit. You know, there's a lot of social rights out there now. It's really trendy, and I think COVID may have fast forwarded the natural progression of that. So there's a bunch out there. There's one every night, and there's just pop-up rides Friday and Saturday. Cool. And they're fun social events, but this is a whole nother different kind of thing. And that's all I can think of on the spot. So
cool, man. Well, thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure having you. Good luck with the ride. Hey, we're going to sell out all those shirts that we have. Carlos can print more. Yeah, exactly. We've got an unlimited supply of shirts we can get. So please get out there. Our new goal, it was what, 450? Yeah. The new goal is 1,000. We can get there. We're over 600 now. We still got plenty of time. So if anybody wants a shirt, just message me, hit me on Twitter, hit Frank on Twitter. We'll get you the shirt. Well, no matter where you're at, no matter where you are in the world, we'll get it to you, I promise. But thanks again, Carlos, for coming on. It was a pleasure having you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, brother.